Hi, my name is AJ Eichenberg,
This is Sawyer Webb.
and we are doing OPTI380A Lab 7, the Michelson Interferometer 2. Our TA is Senior Bats.
For part A, we found the calibration factor of our micrometer and our Michelson interferometer.
Alright, in this section of the lab, we took a helium neon laser, sent it into a Michelson interferometer, which took a coherent beam of light and split them into two paths using a beam splitter. It's going to reflect off of mirror 1 and collect onto a pattern along with reflecting into, or I'm sorry, this is mirror 1, this is mirror 2, and it's going to come back and reflect into this fringe pattern. We adjusted M2 to center the fringe pattern like that, and then we took our micrometer here and changed the distances and counted 100 fringe patterns. One fringe pattern is one light to dark spot in this scenario. And so once we counted 100, we found the distance traveled to be around 18 microns, and I think that was it, right? All right, and in part B, we found our different lambdas, lambda for the mercury lamp, the laser, and the sodium lamp. And we're pretty happy with our error values. You know, they were minus 20%, and compared to most, that turned out all right.
So we took our setup from part A, and we used first the laser, and then the mercury lamp, and then the sodium lamp. This time we only did 50 fringe patterns, and then we took the fringe patterns and using the conversion factor and our micrometer readings, we calculated the wavelength of each of these three sources.
For part C, we found the distance between successive nulls and the wavelength separation of the sodium lamp.
2, 1, action! Alright, so for this part, part C, we had to set the micrometer down all the way to as close to 0 as possible without it running into the stop. Or you can take it anyway.
Yeah, and then we're trying to find our null fringes. So what we did is we just kept moving until the fringe pattern, looking through here, disappeared. And then there were going to be 3 null fringe patterns as we carry out through the micrometer.
And then following that, you just had to perform some calculations with the equations that were provided in the lab.
Inception.
Nice. That's big.